know I'm late, but don't worry, I'm here. I know I'm late, but don't worry, I'm here. What's going on, people, and welcome to my post-match recap and player ratings for yesterday's game. Brighton 4, Manchester United 0. Shambles of a performance, shambles of attitude. One of the worst performances of the season for me, and I predicted us to win this game. Some of the factors was that Brighton had a poor home record, and that just didn't appear at all yesterday. We should have gone into this game with confidence after the Brentford win, and it was the total opposite. You see Ronaldo on the pitch with a camera panning to him, and he's shaking his head and laughing in disbelief at what's happening in front of his eyes and what he's witnessing. He was pretty poor as well, Ronaldo, with the chances he had, few and far between, but the ones he did have, he was disappointing too. There was one player that stood out to me that I give man of the match to, and he actually got substituted, and I'll get into player ratings in a minute, but shocking performance yesterday from the players, and I know Bruno did a post-match interview and said that he's not surprised at what the fans are singing, that they're not fit to wear the shirt, and he's saying, I agree, I wasn't up to standard in that shirt yesterday, and we've heard it all before. This is the problem, and I don't care if they're going to admit that now, like, because we never see change, really. Like, that Brentford performance should have been a leaping board from where we progress and continue that, and we don't. We just fall and crumble straight away. So it's like we can't even make that first step. It's very disappointing. I'm not surprised, but I was hoping that we would have a performance to follow on from that Brentford one, and it was the polar opposite. All credit to Brighton, they were great on the day, but I don't mind losing to them or being beaten by them, but it's the fashion and the manner of which you lose the game. And again, they dominated us and they bullied us around the park, and it was embarrassing. These players are embarrassing the culture of the club, embarrassing the history of the club, and it's like we're not who we are. Like, it's like we're not Manchester United. These players are definitely not United, and it's a problem. I mean, Maguire comes on as a sub yesterday, and I thought he'd done okay. And I'm not a massive fan of Maguire, and we know the season he's had, and he comes off the bench and plays better than most of them that did play. And a lot of us wanted Maguire out, including me, and even though he has been out, they were a shambles yesterday. Even Varane yesterday was terrible. I just think the club it's like it's got a spell on it. Like, it's absolutely mental what's going on at this football club. I thought De Gea was a bit below standard yesterday as well. I don't think he could do a lot about all of the goals, but I just thought he wasn't up to par either yesterday, which is unusual for him. Brighton, though, as I said, all credit to them. They were great, but we made them look like prime Barcelona. That's the problem. I know they're good and they can cause teams problems, but when you're making them look 10 times as good or better than they should, you got to be asking yourself questions. Rangnick sat there shaking his head near the end of the game. It's too late at that point. I think Rangnick got stuff wrong as well, because I'll get into it now, but player ratings, David De Gea, I'd give him a 4. I don't think he was at fault for any of the goals, really, but I feel like he maybe could have got a bit close to some of them. But yeah, I don't think it was a great performance from De Gea. I'd give him a 4. Delo, I thought he started well, and then defensively he just fell to pieces, and I think he got caught out numerous times. 2 for Delo. Varane, 2, probably the worst performance I've seen him have. There was that high ball that dropped down at one point, which he miscontrolled, but even after that, there was points where he was getting caught out of position and just making mistakes that you wouldn't expect him to. 2 for Varane, disappointing. Lindelof, 2 as well. I thought he started strongly, and then it was getting dragged out of position multiple times. I think a few of the goals he was out of position. Yeah, not great. Tellez, a 3. I thought his heart and his effort is always there, but he gets caught out a lot. He's not strong enough on the ball a lot of the time, and I don't think he was great again yesterday. 3 for Tellez. Matic was actually my man of the match. I gave him a 6, and then he gets subbed off at half-time. Don't understand why he got subbed, unless he had some sort of injury or knock. If they're doing it because they can't play a whole game, can he not play an hour? Can he not do that up to 60 and then take him off? Can he not do maybe 70, then take him off? Because by far, he was the man of the match for us yesterday. If you're going to give a man of the match to someone, it should have been Matic, clearly. But yeah, our best player in the first half gets subbed at half-time. And it's like they do it on purpose. It's like, who's playing the best? Right, you're coming off. And I don't know what they're doing. And that's on Ranić. So 6 for Matic, and I don't think he should have been took off. Best player for us. McTominay 2. I mean, he's trying to play out from the back, losing the ball. He's shit. He's absolutely shit. He really is. And he's not good enough in that position. You can try and play him and change him and play as a player. You want to be able to play out from the back and drive with the ball. He can't do it. He's shit. 2. Elanga 3. Cucurella yesterday had him running around like a headless chicken. He couldn't do nothing with him. Just chasing him all the time. And Cucurella obviously gets his first Premier League goal. But Cucurella had Elanga on a bit of string. Like, he really did all game. I know he's a young guy, but I don't think he did anything attacking either, Elanga. I thought it was poor from him yesterday. 3. Bruno 4. He had a couple shots on target, but he also skied one, I think, and not great from him. I don't think he was the worst on the pitch yesterday, though. It was a bit of an improvement from him yesterday to how he has been, but still below average for me. 4. Mata 4. I thought he did a bit of link-up play well here and there, but then he drifted in and out of the game too much for me. Didn't really affect it like the Brentford game, and he got tired, so 4 for Mata. Ronaldo 3. I think he was very wasteful with a few chances he had. Didn't have a whole lot of service, granted, but the chances he did have, he was miscuing, slicing, putting high and wide, and just not good enough from him yesterday on the chances he did have. He looked in disbelief with what was going on as well at the other end of the pitch. And there's no way in my mind that he's staying at the end of the season. We've got Europa League football. He's not going to want to play that. And is he going to want to experience more of this heartache all the time, like next season? I don't think so. So I think Ronaldo will be gone. And I think that yesterday is just going to put it in his head more that he needs to get out. And I don't blame him, to be honest. But I do think he was poor yesterday as well, individual basis too. So I'd give him a 3 for yesterday. And then the subs, Fred, Cavani and Maguire. Fred, 4. Cavani had that header at one point and it was on target. But apart from that, didn't do a whole lot. I'd also give Cavani a 4. And Maguire, in all fairness to him, came on. I thought he looked solid. Didn't really make any mistakes. I'd give him an average. So fair play to Maguire. Didn't have a whole lot of time when he came on, but he still needed to come on and not make mistakes like everyone and be as shit as everyone. And I don't think he was. So I will give him credit for that and give him an average. And Ranić, for me, would get a 2 because he started with McTominay, where I would have started with Fred. I wouldn't have gone with McTominay. I would have gone with Fred. And to be honest, I don't understand why he took Matic off at half-time. I think it made it even worse for us, and it got worse for us. Matic was clearly our best player, and then he gets taken off, and I just can't make sense of it. So I think he got stuff wrong yesterday, Ranić, and he gets a 2 for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. It is a later one today because I've been out all day today. I've been very busy, so that's why the video hasn't been up earlier today, but it's still here. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Your ratings, who you thought was good, who was bad, and let me know how you think we're going to fare for the remaining games. But yeah, one of the worst performances of the season for me yesterday. There's not a lot else to say, guys. Make sure you support the channel. 2,000 subscribers by the 1st of June is the target. Can only do it with your support, guys. So make sure you come and join me on the journey to 2,000 by the 1st of June. And I'll speak to you guys soon.